In this video, we'll be talking about the harmful chemicals in vapes, the effects of vapes, and how nicotine affects the brain.
So the first thing we'll be talking about is the chemicals in vapes. So these are not all the chemicals found in vapes, but these are some of them. One of them is toluene, and it can cause liver and kidney damage. And this chemical is also found in gasoline and pesticides. So you can imagine how bad it is because it's used to kill bugs. So another chemical is acrolein, which is a herbicide, and it's used to kill weeds. A third chemical is diacetyl, which causes bronchiolitis obliterans. That's kind of hard to pronounce, but it's also known as popcorn lung. And basically what happens is it scars tiny air sacs in the lungs, which causes airways to thicken and narrow, and this causes holes in your lungs. And a fourth chemical is benzene, which is found in car exhaust, and it causes cancer. So 99% of all vapes contain nicotine, and nicotine tricks your brain into wanting to suck these harmful chemicals over and over again. So we will talk about nicotine later in this video and how it affects especially the youth. So what are the effects of vaping? So I think most of you know this, but vaping is extremely harmful to youth. And the consequences of effects of vaping as a preteen or teenager include breathing problems, underdevelopment of the brain, especially the parts of the brain that control attention and learning, nicotine addiction, mood disorders, lung problems, and disorders relating to the lungs, and also permanent problems with impulse control. And this basically means that they find it hard to fight the urge to hurt themselves or other people. So vaping can also serve as a product that introduces youth to more harmful nicotine products like traditional cigarettes. And studies have shown that people who vape are 4 times more likely to start smoking. And this especially applies to the youth demographic because people that start vaping when they're younger tend to start smoking when they're older. So next we'll talk about the brain and addiction. So at first, nicotine improves mood and concentration, decreases anger and stress, relaxes muscles, and reduces appetite. But then regular doses of nicotine lead to changes in the brain, which then lead to nicotine withdrawal symptoms when the supply of nicotine decreases. So one of the biggest consequences of using vape devices is its long-term effects on the brain. So nicotine is in most vaping devices, and as we previously said, it's in 99% of e-cigarettes. And this nicotine goes into the blood through the lungs when a person vapes. So it goes to your lungs and then it enters your bloodstream. And then the nicotine in the blood stimulates the adrenal gland to release a hormone called adrenaline. And then adrenaline stimulates the brain and the spinal cord, which increases blood pressure, breathing, and heart rate. And then nicotine activates the brain's reward center and increases levels of dopamine, which reinforces rewarding behaviors. I don't know if you guys have heard of this before, but dopamine is also called the happy chemical. So people want to feel the pleasure caused by nicotine over and over again, which causes them to vape over and over again. So as a quick summary, nicotine goes into the bloodstream through your lungs, and then it enters your brain, and it activates the brain's reward center and releases dopamine, and then your body wants to feel that dopamine release over and over again. So that's what causes addiction. So I hope you guys learned something new in this video. Thank you so much for watching.